Okay, it's time to finally get back into this. For the load. There we go. Okay, let's do the main quest. What were we doing last? I don't remember.
Junior, you remember Damien, right? The head of Porcelumex in Wi-Fi Peninsula. He sent someone to us with a banquet invitation.
Oh.
A banquet invitation? Judging by the look on your and my brother's faces just now, I thought he had sent some kind of legal notice.
Yeah, can I access? I can't. I don't think I can access audio from here.
He wouldn't dare. If it weren't for all of us from Yunque Summit helping him take care of the Exaltists, he wouldn't be living the good life now. But as for the invitation, it does seem to have a connection with the corruption incident.
Here's the situation. Even though Top suppressed any media about the Exaltists causing chaos in Wi-Fi Peninsula, news had already spread citywide. The production of Porcelume is super important, and neither Tops nor Porcelumex can pretend that nothing happened. So, over the next 2 weeks, Tops will lead a security investigation in Wi-Fi Peninsula and urge a swift return to business as usual.
But what does the security investigation have to do with the banquet?
Think about it, Junior. With an investigation happening, many relevant people will have to come to Wi-Fi Peninsula. Porcelumex has to fulfill its duties as a host and entertain everyone. Although the security investigation doesn't involve Yunque Summit, that Damien kid is pretty cunning. He'll leverage all his connections and resources to get closer to us.
Senior Suryuan told me that right after the corruption incident was over, Damien sent a generous gift, but Sufu turned it down. We were just discussing whether we should attend this banquet. According to Sufu's philosophy, Rinquay Summit shouldn't get too close to Porcelumex. But since we're active in Wi-Fi Peninsula, we still have to consider maintaining a working relationship with Damien.
If you ask me, now is the perfect time to attend such a banquet.
Why do you say that, Senior?
Shifu and Senior Shuyuan returned to Yunque Summit a while ago and won't be back anytime soon. If the three of us attend the banquet, it'll show Damien some respect without drawing too much attention. Besides, he already knows Shifu isn't around, so it's not like she's deliberately avoiding him.
Wait, what about Senior Fufu?
Well, yesterday we happened to learn that she had failed her arithmetic course, so Shifu called her back overnight for remedial lessons. I'm afraid she won't be able to make the banquet this time.
I didn't expect the academic standards at Rinquay Summit to be so strict. Anyway, getting back to the point, I think your reasoning makes sense. We should go to this banquet.
I agree. Plus, I have a feeling there'll probably be some pretty influential guests at the banquet. We might be able to gather some useful information.
All right, it's settled then. We'll do Porcelumex a favor and attend the banquet.
Yeah, I'm doing both this today, and I'm also in a bit. I'm gonna be doing the Honkai Star Rail one. I didn't really want to because I'm sick and I'm a bit congested. And I don't really feel like doing stuff. God forbid I don't want to talk too much. But also, I realized that I kind of have no choice because there's only a few days left before all the stuff that comes after would be ruined. Luckily, the Ghost Ship Adventures thing doesn't spoil the story at all, so I don't have to worry about that one. But I'm not sure about the big Redo Chronicles one because it usually kind of tells you something about what happened, but not a whole lot. But it is still important for me to do the story first before I do that one, and then I'll do the other one that's available right now as well. And then once I finish with those, I'll go to Star Rail, finish what exists of Inforius 3.5, I think is what we're in right now. Yeah, 3.5. And then, but there won't be any events to do after that. I'm mostly just waiting for Sir Ridger to come out. I need the Shorty Emperor. I'm just in. Okay. Impending crash of waves. Interesting.
Why isn't Senior Inhu? Must have gone to Yam Chasin. Better go meet them there.
Also, as for who I've been going for recently, on here I just haven't been saving anymore. I've been throwing everything I have into the stable channel because I want to get. Before anything else, I really just want more copies of Proleta, and this is the highest chance of giving me stuff. So I'm going for the getting the last two of these. 5 will make her much stronger because everything will get increased, and then this will just give me the extra damage, which is nice.
Hey, don't look down on me!
Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I forgot they did that now. The like extra sound effects when talking in this method. Yep. By the way, I'm just gonna say this, but why? Yeah, damn. He's caked up. I don't know. I don't think I've ever noticed that before, but he is caked. Trying to make up for the others' portions. Yeah, I was about to say, Damien's like right there. I was honestly expecting a bigger room. Although I suppose to a lot of people this may be a big banquet. I'm used to slightly large. This is about the size. It honestly might be a bit smaller than the place we book for the Night Family Christmas party that we do every year. This might actually be smaller. Including this area, this would be a bit smaller than the kitchen area, I think. Maybe about the same size. And then this area, it'd have to be a little bit longer this way. It's about the right width, but not the right length. We rent on a church every year nearby where we live.
Ah, the mystics from Yunque Summit have arrived.
I can remember the exact specifications for when we use or when we do that, but like when the Christmas party starts. It's usually between somewhere around the 15th to the 22nd. It's never earlier than that. It's never later than the 22nd, never earlier than like the 15th. It's very specific specifications for when we do it.
As the host, having at least you two and Master Pun show up for this dinner banquet is truly an honor.
Mr. Damien, it seems like you're a little disappointed that our Shifu couldn't make it today.
Not at all. You're all disciples that Ishwan Shifu trusts deeply. Even from afar in Yunque Summit, she entrusted you to attend on her behalf. This in itself is a gesture I can appreciate. Please, make yourselves at home tonight and enjoy the banquet. If there's anything you'd like to eat that's not being served, just let me know directly.
What? I don't know which one I want to do.
Mr. Damien!
It's part of my responsibility to take care of the guests. But I understand what you mean. Considering that the Exaltus appeared in Yfe Peninsula, and porcelumex is responsible for security, I might seem a bit too relaxed. To be honest with you both, although my official title is General Manager of porcelumex and Yfe Peninsula, my main responsibility is actually overseeing production. Hollow Security was originally managed by someone else, who was appointed by corporate executives. Though, of course, they have since been relieved of that responsibility.
I understand now. No wonder you were so willing to provide clues earlier, Mr. Damien. Seems like you had already anticipated the situation. Sounds like you're about to take over security duties, too.
Come now. No need to be cheeky. Things have been rather difficult for me. I'm lucky just to be holding on to my current role, especially with how nerve-wracking it's been getting everything ready for the security investigation. But after seeing the guest list with my own eyes earlier, I finally felt a bit of relief.
Oh? Why's that?
Why don't you have a look for yourselves? There are quite a few guests at tonight's banquet, but in reality, they all fall into just a few categories. All these elegantly dressed guests are senior officials from TOPS. The fact that everyone who was invited has turned up is a clear indicator that the connection between TOPS and porcelumex remains strong. Their presence allows us to demonstrate to the military and government that TOPS is fully committed to the safety of Wi-Fi Peninsula. We also sent invitations to the relevant city government departments, but no one showed up, which suggests that the government doesn't want to get involved in the sensitive matters happening between TOPS and the military and Wi-Fi Peninsula. They would prefer to steer clear and let us work things out on our own.
I heard that TOPS and the military often butt heads over porcelume issues. But it seems the situation is even worse than I imagined.
It is a serious matter, but not something we avoid discussing. The military is the biggest buyer of porcelain, and by controlling Wi-Fi Peninsula, TOPS essentially controls their most critical resource. So, it would prove quite difficult if the military chooses to take this chance to cause trouble.
It seems that knowing who's from the military guest list is the key to understanding the situation.
Correct. Do you see that lady over there? She's the military's representative.
But she's not wearing a Defense Force uniform.
That's because Miss Isolda is not a military officer. She's a research consultant.
Oh my god. You can't just throw the is old thing and not make me think of that Avantris clip. Or she, but instead of it saying it was signed by any particular person, it just tells you that it's an old ticket. And it took so long for Mace to get the joke. And Kremmy still never did. Like, what? Because it says is old, and it's so fucking funny. It's definitely one of my favorite clips. There are a lot of really good clips from Adventures. It's definitely my favorite D&D party of all time. It's just all of the Adventures crew.
Instead of sending high-ranking officers, they hired a civilian to attend, which sends a clear message. They don't intend to investigate this matter further. Of course, though production was limited after the corruption incidents, porcelumex didn't delay any orders from the military. So, it appears they have acknowledged our sincerity.
No wonder you're so relaxed now. There's no more pressure from TOPS executives, the government, or the military. But what about the rest of the guests?
Those are members of the inspection team, leading experts in the ether industry. They'll be overseeing the security investigation while providing us with valuable insights. It took great effort to invite these academic giants.
Dear guests, may I have your attention for just a moment? It is my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here today.
Looks like it's time for the real hosts to give their speech.
Real hosts.
Dear guests, thank you for coming to Phylum Heights to participate in the Wi-Fi Peninsula security investigation. I am Lucro, Co-Chief Executive Officer of the porcelumex Group.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Ferox, also Co-Chief Executive Officer.
I've seen Lucro and Ferox on TV before. Mr. Damien, those two must be your direct superiors, right?
That's right. After the fall of the old capital, porcelumex's management went through a major reshuffle. Those two were the ultimate victors, but now they're secretly competing against each other.
Is it okay for you to be talking about your superiors like that?
I completely trust both of you, so I feel comfortable speaking openly.
Fair enough.
The previous head of security was one of Ferox's trusted subordinates, but now he's been dismissed. Both of the big bosses are eager to fill that position with their own people. The reason I was able to become the nominal head of Wi-Fi Peninsula was because I don't belong to either side. So I can't disrupt the balance of power in this competition. But the price of remaining neutral is that I've completely lost any chance of moving up. And if I were to take sides, it could come at a fatal cost, destroying everything I've worked so hard to build.
We will work closely with everyone here to reinforce our security measures and deliver a report to the public that we can be proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, the security investigation will officially begin tomorrow. For now, please relax and enjoy the banquet.
Wow, the big shots have finally finished their speeches. Thank you both for accompanying me. It's the only reason my good mood's still intact. Enjoy the banquet. I've got to go face some heat from my superiors now.
Belle, now that Damien's left, what should we do next?
I guess roll on
I'd
over.
like to take a quick stroll around the banquet hall. After what Damien said, I'm curious about the guests. You never know how much of what he says is true.
All right, I'll take a look around too.
Okay. Here is Isolde. Wow, they did not. That art, I'll be honest, did not do her justice. She is beautiful. I gotta get a better look. This is an incredibly good model. To be fair, that's what I could say about just about every Zenless model. They are unbelievably good. Okay, so the specific one's gotta go you, you, and you. Otherwise, I don't see much ice over here. Can't talk to him either. I wonder if they'll ever make her, because I'll be honest, it's really hard to tell whether a character is or is not going to be playable in this game. It's pretty much, it's super easy in Genshin because you can just tell by whether or not the character has a vision somewhere on their body or something that looks like a vision. In Star Rail, generally speaking, all NPC characters are super generic looking, but in this, it's kind of hard a lot of the time. There are a lot of really unique designs that are not playable at all. Suck these people. Two top guests, Luco and Pharaoh. Ferox, I'm pretty sure that should be pronounced Pharaoh, but I don't know. I think it would definitely be Pharaoh if there was a U. If it was OUX, because that's U. Yeah, that's O. That's how you pronounce that. But you know, people didn't know how to pronounce Rule's name in Deltarune, so you can never know. People would know how to pronounce it anyways. So that's interesting. Oh. Huh. Yeah, they're very passive aggressive, but it's hard to tell without the voice acting. That's why voice acting is so important. Especially like making sure there's dubs in a bunch of languages. English is obviously the big one because it's like, what number is it in terms of how many people speak it? It's definitely like top five. I know that because America and the UK are so pivotal to the areas around them. They're massively influential. What is America? I'm pretty sure number one should be Chinese or Indian. Okay, English is actually number one. It's roughly English, Mandarin Chinese, Hindi, Spanish, and Standard Arabic. In that order, the top five. If what Google says is true, which it depends on what sources it's using. And if they're biased or not. Which commissioner going on. Oh, pen's over here. That's a crazy order. Oh my god, so much. Okay, so okay, I was about to say did it change like what people were wearing, but no, it just changed my position to standing over here next to these things. Can I walk out? Oh, I can't. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been inside here before. This is like a smaller room. All still very high quality. We're technically on the second floor? Wait, so there's multiple floors to Yum in? How did I never notice that?
Oh, Belle, you're back. How was it? Find anything interesting?
What was I talking about a bit ago? Oh, right. Yeah, the reason why you do want dubs in different languages is that things like connotation as well as like tone matter a lot, and it's hard to really show that usually in pure writing. It's why a lot of things in English don't make any sense in Japanese, especially if you're just like reading it, because the Japanese language doesn't really have sarcasm like we do. In fact, their word for it, I can't remember what it's called, but it's literally American joke, which I find hilarious.
How should I put it? Judging by the guests, the security investigation doesn't seem as serious as I thought. The experts and top staff were even chatting and laughing. What everyone cares about isn't the Exaltists, or even the safety of White Peninsula, but how to get the porcelain supply back on track.
I completely agree. The security investigation is mainly a way for the city's upper circles to align their intentions, as well as a gesture to reassure the public. Even if there are some safety risks with production inside the Hollow, as long as they're not too serious, I'm sure they'll just sweep them under the rug. But let's not worry about that now. It's not every day you get porcelumex picking up the tab. What matters most is enjoying the food.
Come on, let's enjoy a proper meal, Wise.
All right.
Wow, the
Oh, Alice.
My apologies, miss.
It's okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
Excuse me, you dropped something.
I knew it. I was right the first time I saw that animation.
Thank you.
It was her.
Oh, you're with the safety expansion team. Wow, you look so young. And you're already an expert in the ether industry? Sorry, I must excuse myself. Did I say something wrong?
Young lady, seems you're completely at a loss.
If I'm not mistaken, you're the military research consultant.
That's right. My name's Isolde. That girl and I are both decorative props. Just here for show.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, when I first saw animation, when people were talking about her looking at her breasts, I was like, I'm pretty sure she's looking at her, the lack of a name card, because I did see an animation where a name card fell, and then I saw that. And I was like, I'm pretty sure she just dropped her name card. I never saw the full animation, because I just never did. But, yeah, I was pretty sure that's what it was.
The time fields. Not only one of the oldest noble families in New Eridu, but also a renowned name in the field of science. The patent for the anti-corruption medicine widely used on the market today belongs to your grandfather. If this respected and prestigious surname appears on the investigation team roster, the citizens will surely feel more at ease.
You flatter me. It's just that my grandfather is seriously ill right now. So I really don't think he can handle this.
You misunderstand me. As I just said, all I need is this surname to appear on the list. Aren't you a time field as well?
But I'm just a student. I'm nothing like my grandfather.
Miss, I'm sure you've heard that the corruption outbreak in Wi-Fi Peninsula is closely tied to the failure of anti-corruption medicine. Porcelumex has every right to file a lawsuit against your family and hold you accountable. The reason? Your family concealed major risks involved in the purification process of the medicine.
That's complete nonsense. It was clearly the Exaltists who...
So what? The media doesn't care about the truth. They just want to see a once honorable family brought to ruin. Miss, the honor of the Timefield family now rests entirely on your shoulders. Think carefully, for your ailing grandfather's sake. I wouldn't want anything unfortunate to happen to the old man either.
Grandpa, did I make a mistake? What should I do? What's going on? What's that?
Right, isn't she a scaredy cat?
Well, you're up too.
The knocking on the door. It wasn't my imagination, right?
It wasn't just your imagination. Someone really was knocking. I'm pretty sure I heard Senior Yinhu answer the door. Val, let's go check it out too.
Bruh. One thing I do want to say about Alice is I love so much about her design. There's just one issue. Why is her voice so high-pitched? Why is her voice so unbelievably high-pitched? Why? It should not be that high. It scratches my ears.
Master Pawn, that glowing thing really appeared outside my window.
Let's put the vows away for now, Missy. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people swearing oaths and this and that. I believe what you said is true. Why else would you have come all the way here in the middle of the night? But I really couldn't follow all that about a boom and shadow crooked by 20 degrees.
Shadow
Sure,
crooked.
we at Yunquei Summit practice mystic arts, but ghost hunting and monster chasing aren't exactly our specialty.
To be precise, it was crooked by 22 degrees to the left.
Clearly.
Clearly. But
I do love how the thing on her stomach changes.
earlier. It's not that I've misunderstood the mystic arts. I've come because a friend told me that Mr. Wise and Miss Bell are currently staying here, and she trusts them.
Yeah, who's knocking just now?
Who was knocking just now?
Oh, perfect timing. You two are just who Miss Timefield is looking for.
What? You're Mr. Wise and Miss Bell?
Oh.
Hi. I'm Belle, and this is my brother Wise.
Val, did you not bring that up again?
Wait, what? Bring back what? Oh yeah, we meet again, that part. Merton was like, which part did she accidentally bring up?
I see. So you spotted an unidentified glowing object outside your window and came here for help. But I didn't expect Lucy to be the one who sent you.
Huh.
To be honest,
Lucy.
Miss Montefiore and I both attended the Celestia School for Girls. Even after she broke ties with her father and left without a word, we've still always
That
kept
makes
in
sense.
touch. Actually, I had planned to ask Porcelumex's staff for help with this, but it's late, and I couldn't get in touch with anyone. I can't share all the details, but I'm afraid that by morning, something this strange will just be brushed off and not taken seriously. After hearing rumors that Alice might only be on the inspection team because of her family name, I asked Fairy to look into the Timefields. Turns out, she's likely here in place of her grandfather who's fallen ill. We're not sure exactly what happened, but Alice was probably threatened. Either way, Porcelumex clearly doesn't take her seriously. It's outrageous how they're treating her so differently from the other guests. Since Miss Montefiore spoke so highly of you both, I'd like to ask for your help in investigating the unidentified object that appeared outside my window. As agreed, I'll be staying in Wi-Fi Peninsula for another 2 weeks. And if this issue isn't settled, it's going to be a real problem.
So, Val, What do you think about this?
Well, she's a friend of Lucy's.
Well, she is a friend of Lucy's, so let's give her a hand. Our last meeting was a little awkward, but that was mostly on us.
Do you charge per case? Or perhaps you work on a daily or hourly rate? If it's about the commission fee, please don't worry. My ether dynamics tutor used to charge for every 5 minutes in each lesson.
Oh my Jesus fucking Christ! 5
That's
minutes.
no problem. No problem at all. You came here for help, and you're even a friend of someone we know. Don't worry. Here at Yunquei Summit, we're not only skilled in the mystic arts, we're also good at tracking things down and getting to the bottom of mysteries.
You're already speaking on our behalf.
Seriously, Signorine Who? Are you already speaking on our behalf?
Hey, come on now. What do you mean, speaking on your behalf? Let me tell you, the Timefield family isn't just loaded. They're on a whole nother level. Whether Beeline and the others get paid leave, and whether Senior Fufu gets to eat meat next month, all depend on you two now.
Oh my god. I just had a guilt trip.
Guilt tripping me now?
Miss Timefield, why don't you stay with us tonight? Get a good night's rest, and after breakfast tomorrow, Junior Bell will go with you to investigate.
Are you both really willing to take this commission? Please don't feel obligated if you'd rather not get involved with the people porcelumex have brought recently.
No need to worry, Miss Timefield. If you need help, we're more than willing to take the commission.
Thank you so much.
Huh. Oh, it's just this thing complaining again. Leave me alone! Yeah. Oof.
Good morning, Miss Bell. Sorry for causing trouble by showing up so late last night.
It's no big deal. You came to us for help. And no need to be so formal. Just...
Alright. Then, please, feel free to call me Alice.
So, how did you sleep last night?
Oh, I'm alright. It's just... the scrolls hanging in the room were all tilted by 2 to 10 degrees. And when I was about to sleep after fixing them, I noticed that the 2 vases by the bed didn't match. Sorry, you have to see this side of me. This nitpicky habit of mine is a disgrace to my family's name.
Oh, no, it's not that bad. Sweetie.
Thank you for understanding. By the way, about that thing I saw outside my window last night. If you don't mind, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Why don't we take a look around the lower floor of your building first? Since it appeared outside your window.
Okay, sure. Good thing you suggested starting outside. Honestly, I'm a bit ashamed to admit it, but I don't dare step back into that room until we know exactly what I saw.
The funniest thing is that Alice is specifically part of the Spook Shack group, which means that she eventually becomes part of it, which I think is kind of cool.
Alice, let's talk about last night.
Can I still open this? I can. Okay, but I can't access the other menus. But I can access this.
Don't frighten me like that.
That is how you can view your character details even in this menu.
Timefield family.
You always have to find a way to mess with things like this. For example, it's really hard to tell what class a weapon is in Tower Fantasy, but you could still access your character menu by pressing the bottom bar, So I just did that, and that's how I usually figured out what type of weapon this is. But she's part of the Spook Shack. But right now she isn't. So she eventually meets Yuzuha and becomes part of the group. I was going to say, does she ever run? Oh, I know. Yeah, now she's moving ahead of me. Oh my god, don't tell me I'm fucking run faster than she does. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's sad. So she's like... Did they see the building on the left? Wow. Okay. I didn't really get a good look at what it was either. So I don't know what it was. That's one of her basic speak sounds. It's just her squeaking. That's funny. Definitely the Tanuki.
Belle, have you think I have some theories after seeing the footprints?
I think our guesses are probably pretty close.
Really? First, about that huge shadow. What do you think it was? And how did it end up outside my window?
It was probably from cargo hanging on the tower crane. The cargo was big enough to block the whole window, and the way it vanished without a trace makes sense if we assume it was moved away with the crane. You mentioned hearing a soft thump before the shadow appeared. One of the ropes holding the cargo probably snapped, causing the load to tilt and bump against your window.
Yes, that's what I figured too. Thinking back, the reason I was so certain that it was tilted exactly 22 degrees was because there was a shipping label on the crate. But let's just assume...
Oh, frick.
It was probably knocked over by that skeleton that startled you. After the cargo hit your window, the crane lifted it back up. But that little thing couldn't hold on and fell off, landing right on the flower pot.
Right. There must be a reason the flower pot fell. If something as large as the cargo had hit it directly, the whole rack would have come crashing down. The fact that one pot was left on the balcony means it had to be something smaller. Looks like we have the same train of thought. That leaves us with just one remaining question.
There's no doubt. The culprit is whatever animal left those glowing little footprints. Since its paws were covered in glow-in-the-dark paint, the skeleton pattern was probably painted on its body or clothes. There's no paint on the drain pipe, so the little creature most likely hitched a ride on the cargo. It was caught in the crane malfunction, which then caused it to slam into the window. Later on, while trying to escape, it knocked over the flower pot. But the exact sequence of events isn't really the point. What matters is this. No matter how clever an animal is, there's no way it could have dressed itself up like that.
Which means someone deliberately used it to pull a prank on me. Belle, since it left footprints while fleeing, there must be more tracks nearby. If we follow them, we might be able to find whoever or whatever's behind this. Look over here. The footprints go up the pillar to the overpass.
Let's follow them and check it out.
I hate this specifically because it takes forever for me to be able to move again.
How could they? I can't believe someone actually used an animal to pull a prank.
The footprint stop here. Did it jump off? Let's go down and take a look.
Yeah, there's no button I can press to advance the dialogue.
Client increased to 120 BPM.
Stop monitoring her vitals.
Here is a proverb. A cornered rabbit will bite.
Barry, you're not helping.
Huh? The footprints disappear here.
Uh-oh, the footprints are all jumbled here.
Where could it have gone? So you were behind yesterday's pranks. The real
Oh,
Manitou?
What? Yuzua, visitors.
coming. What can I get for you? Oh well. Guess I got found out after all.
that's funny. She's like, oh no, I got caught.
Based on what you just said, may I assume that you are the owner of this tanuki? His full name is Kamanosuke, but we call him Kama.
Oh my god, I just realized she has the :3.
What I mean is, he's not just this tanuki. He has a name. And I'm not Kama's owner. We're just partners. Kama is free to do as he pleases.
As soon as something dropped. This is one
That
touch.
girl's name is Yuzuha, right? She suddenly changed the subject just now. Seems like she'll be a tough nut to crack.
It's all right. Kama just said he doesn't mind. So, honored guests, what brings you to Mystic Wares? Looking for anything in particular? I'm Ukinori Yuzuha. Our family runs a well-known porcelain shop in Phylum Heights. We carry all kinds of goods, and any purchase of a second item comes with a 1% discount. All right. No, wait. We're not here to shop. Miss Ukinami, we don't even know each other. And yet last night, you and your partner played a prank on me that caused me a lot of trouble. Huh? That's a bit of a shock. I thought you'd really appreciate Kama's way of returning the favor. Returning the favor? How could you not understand? You were clearly the ones who started the prank in the first
So-
place.
Yeah, I haven't really seen many of the symbols for her chest yet, but like, that was so good.
porcelumex previously stated they'd thoroughly investigate the safety hazards and give the people of Waifei Peninsula a proper explanation of the accident. Yet somehow they let an unqualified little girl sneak into a team of so-called experts. That's quite the prank if you ask me.
Yuzua, saying something like that in front of others might be a bit...
Monato, I've been meaning to say this for a while. You having that face and always talking like a goody two-shoes? What a waste.
Whatever.
Excuse me. porcelumex brought in the inspection team just for show. Of course, people are going to feel outraged. It's just that even with so many well-known experts on the investigation team, none dare to defy porcelumex. So why place all the blame on Miss Timefield alone?
Oh, I see. You're saying I'm just picking the easy target?
Yes.
I remember now. I've seen you before. You were that disciple in training, Belle, from Swabian Temple. Didn't expect you'd be more witty than you look. Anyway, after hearing
That's
you out,
rude.
I realized I didn't think the prank through. Sorry about that. I really appreciate you saying that, but you don't look so thankful. Are you still so concerned about what happened last night? No, you've misunderstood. I indeed joined the supervisory investigation team. And though there are reasons I can't fully explain, as a descendant of the Timefield family, I won't forgive myself for my mistakes. Just because you apologized. I only hope you'll take back what you said about me being unqualified. The Timefield family has always upheld strict discipline. Both my grandfather and father were scholars in the ether industry, and I've received a systematic education in hollow and ether studies from an early age under their guidance. Monato, what's with this person? She seems just as weird as you.
How would I know? And for the record, I'm not weird at all.
So from the sound of it, you are pretty confident in your knowledge. Then, do you know what this strange piece of porcelain is?
I mean, with such a small part, it is hard to tell what this is used for. It could be anything, really. The thing that's confusing me is this top part. Get it back to around. Let me try and... Hold on, I almost got it. Here we go, that's good enough. This part is confusing me, but it does seem to be some sort of rivet, but on the other side, it's not really going into anything. It might just be to hold the top piece down. So it could be the corner, literally anything.
This looks more like a shard of some kind of device. Also, was it my imagination? Or did I suddenly sense an unpleasant aura coming from it? Something similar to the presence of a sacrifice.
Oh, that's a shard of a large obscura.
Obscura?
Obscura?
Yes, an obscura is a type of experimental reactor vessel made with high-purity porcelain as its outer shell. Due to unique properties of porcelain, when etheric matter is placed inside obscura, it can slowly come into contact with the air. This allows researchers to observe how ether behaves once it leaves a hollow. Although an obscura is a rather expensive piece of lab equipment, there's nothing strange about it. This shard hasn't been coated with the outer layer yet. It was probably damaged during manufacturing.
Damaged during manufacturing? So there is something wrong with this thing.
See, Monato? I told you my instincts were spot on. Who would have thought we'd figure out what this thing is in such an unexpected way?
Can someone explain?
Can someone explain what just happened?
We suspect that someone at Porcelumex has been illegally producing high-value porcelain items inside the hollow. Items not listed in the official registry. Simply put, they publicly claim to be producing low-value products. Workers' wages, and even the reported profits, are all calculated based on that. But in reality, someone's pocketing the difference for themselves.
Exactly. The obscura isn't a regular product of the Wi-Fi Peninsula factory, so its appearance here clearly points to shady dealings going on inside the hollow.
Where did you find this shard?
We found it in a batch of materials delivered to our shop from Siloam Bay. The residents there collect discarded porcelain from the hollow, and my father uses the scraps to make handicrafts. Let's go, Monato! We're heading to Siloam Bay! If we can trace this shard back to its source, we'll have enough evidence to expose the corruption inside porcelumex and give them a real scandal to deal with. Wait a moment. Are you sure it's okay to just say your whole plan out loud like that? It's fine. You're a scaredy cat. No way you snitch to porcelumex. Of course not. But not because I'm afraid. As a descendant of the Timefield family, I would never stoop to something so dishonorable. Belle, it seems you still have some questions for Miss Ukinami regarding the Obscura, apologies, but given my current position, I'm afraid it wouldn't be appropriate for me to hear any further details. So please excuse me for now. Thank you for helping resolve the issue.
You didn't leave with that fancy girl. Can I come with you to Siloon Bay for the investigation? I'm curious about the origin of that shard. Besides, I can help if you're heading into the Hollow.
No problem. You're more than welcome to join us. Wow, today's our lucky day! Not only did we find a lead, but we even had a proxy who's an expert at handling miasma just show up at our door!
Don't lay it on too thick, Yuzuha. You don't want to scare Belle away. Still, we have no reason to turn down the proxy's help. So, we'll be counting on you from now on.
Monito, if your tail wasn't wagging like an electric fan right now, I'd give you a perfect score for how mature you acted.
Adorable. Also, it'd be so obvious if his tail's wagging. It's fucking huge. It's actually bigger. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than Lycon's. To be fair, I think Monito in general is just bigger than him. Like, general body shape wise, I'm pretty sure Monito is much larger than Lycon. Though I haven't seen them next to each other, so I'm not sure. Okay. Might have already been there already at some point, but I'm not sure. I've been to a few areas early because of other events, but I'm not entirely sure. Story's turning pretty interesting so far. Oh.
The elevator's still out of service? But I heard the repairs were already finished.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Though the repairs have been completed, some facilities and services, like the Wi-Fi cable car, have recently been suspended due to safety concerns.
Safety concerns?
Sorry, I don't know much about the specifics since the Wi-Fi cable car is operated under porcelumex. You can contact their service hotline. Customer support will be able to provide you with more detailed information.
Then, is there another way to get to Siloon Bay?
As far as I know, there aren't any other routes available at the moment.
What a shame. I heard Siloon Bay is on the seaside, and the scenery at sunset is supposed to be stunning.
If it's a seaside view you're after, you could take the cable car to Lemnian Island. It offers a close view of the Hollow, and since porcelumex has staff station there, it's fairly safe.
Are you saying the edge of the Hollow is somehow safer than a seaside residential area?
No. That's not what I meant.
I'm not trying to be difficult. Since I can't get to Siloon Bay, I suppose I'll just wander around the area for a while.
Thank you so much for your understanding.
Looks like the elevator's still out of service.
Silent Bay is home to many who were left homeless after the fall of the old capital. Their living conditions aren't great, and they handle most of the hardest and most dangerous jobs in the Hollow. If the inspection team were to catch wind of something sensitive from the locals there, it'd be a real headache for porcelumex. So they went ahead and blocked the road entirely.
So we can't go to Siloon Bay right now?
Yeah, right. All those lies like there aren't any other routes only work on outsiders. Porcelumex can't fool us.
You can go around the mountain by taking the upper highway, and then head down from the other side. It'll just take a little longer.
It'll just take a little longer. Easy for you to say. We're not all made of pure muscle like you.
I guess I could probably carry both of you together.
It's like, I could probably just carry you.
Oh, don't take it so literally. I was just complaining a little.
Look, he's the nice guy. You gotta expect that answer.
Porcelumex is. They might have even secured the mountain path keep people away from Silum Bay.
Good point. Yuzuha and I will go check things out first, Belle. Let's meet up later at the mountain highway.
Yeah. That's why I'm pretty sure it's not porcelumex, but it's definitely the Exaltus doing something.
I wonder how things are going with Monato and Yuzuha. Let's go check.
Ugh. If I press on this, it should shut up. There we go. This is still complaining, but it's this. Why is everything doing that every time? It's really annoying. It's only been a few hours. I'll stop this recording here. Probably just eat some more or something. What? How much do I have? Ooh. Eee. I'm poor. I'm running out of money in all the games except Star Rail. Like, I'm running out of Mora and Denny's. That's wild.